Ladies, why don't know? Them need to make these better. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You need a better design. Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome. Alright, so I'm live this, so. Live on Bolo VNR 2.0. Trying to go live on TikTok, but that phone be bugging all the time, man. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mighty God. No, sir. Can't believe it. I really did that? Oh, man. I did not put any messages, no pin message. None of that in this. None of that. Wow. No hello, welcome, please hit the like button. None of that. My new group, the MAGNITSKY Act. I didn't put none of those messages in there. Follow my WhatsApp channel, Amy 10,000. I didn't put none of that in there. My WhatsApp channel is Bolo VNR. You go on WhatsApp, look in WhatsApp channel and search Bolo VNR, you'll find me. Good morning. Welcome everybody. Alright. I just want to know when the lies are going to stop. That's all. When are the lies going to stop, guys? When are the lies going to stop? We got that girl Nessa in the building. What's up, Nessa? Big up yourself, my baby. Thank you for the heart. How you doing? We're here to examine some of the lies that have been told. Too many lies, man. All right. Who we have in the building already? Oh, thank you, Nessa. Nessa, you miss me, man. Nessa miss me. Arjan, tell me you miss me, baby. Tell me you miss me some more. Love you, Nessa. Hey, Nessa love me like cook food. Nessa miss me, oh God. Nessa big up yourself, my babe. Sagittarius girl. Deaf? Them not here. Alright, my people. So, we get to do that here, so. I need another phone, man. I need another phone that I literally don't have to, like, that I can use while using. So, in all, I would say I need 2 more phones. Yeah. Yeah, I need 4 phones. How I be operating? Yeah, I need 4 phones. Yeah, I need 4 phones. I need 2 more good phones, like excellent, like video crisp, sound crisp, memory off the chain, that vibe. By the grace of God, Musa Pesa say hi. Bless up yourself. What is happening is that this live is not on subscriber only. That's my bad though. Nobody to blame but myself. I forgot to do that. Tell me where you guys are watching from, where you're listening from. Where in the world? Where in the world? Wow. I don't even get back internet at my home as yet by service. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. What are we going to do here? Our country, things have gone bad to the worst. We only have to pray and ask God for help. Yes, we have to do that, and we have to. The country has to repent. 3 days fasting and mourning, and repentance is what is required. I tell you. All right. We soon get there, ladies and gentlemen. Just come in and let me know where you guys are watching from. Hit the like button. Get cozy, you know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna go straight into the fire. The fire. Jamaica, we have to demand more. You have to demand more. You know, first I want to big up Lisa Anna. You know, big up Lisa Anna. Let me see, I must have Facebook you upon. Lisa Anna was saying something that I just want to listen. So I would love to like ask her questions like, you know, let us know like what exactly do you mean by some of these things. You know what I'm saying? I think it's this one.
Avoided for far too long. You see, Hurricane Melissa has...
Yeah, this is it.
So how will we pay for the Jamaica we say we want? And that's a question we've avoided for far too long. You see, Hurricane Melissa has now ended our ability to pretend. You know, she tore away our excuses. It exposed the truth that we've tiptoed around for decades, that Jamaica has been building its future on hope, luck, you know, taking for granted the good weather that...
Hope and luck. Yeah, no. Faith and hope. You know, exercising faith and hope and trust in God. I don't know how you can scoff at that. And I'm not saying that that's what she's doing. But I think we should prepare. You know, I think we should. But with the guidance of the Lord. How about that? Ladan, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Ladan look like somebody who I know, but I'm not sure. Thick as 87. Big up yourself. Zane. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hey. No, man. No. Let me tell you, say, Nessa miss me. Hey, Nessa miss me like, whoa, people. Believe when me tell you, say, Nessa, right now, Nessa have me confused. I don't know what to do. Nessa, I'm not used to them something, you know. I don't used to them something, yeah. As a man, you know, we're not too used to women shower with gifts. See, like dance start, you know. Mighty God, God is amazing. Anyway, I could go back to Lisa.
A culture that is not urgent. So let us take remittances. In 2021, they were more than 25%.
I agree with that. We have a culture of lackadaisical, and it's at the top. Yeah, that's facts. You know, putting off what we can do today, tomorrow. That is something that we need to address. And we see it with the response of this government, the urgency or lack thereof, right?
Of our GDP. Today, they're still 19%, making us one of the most remittance-dependent countries in the region. I mean, in COVID, when tourism shut down, it was a remittance, the foreign exchange from remittances that kept us going.
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. It's the people that work overseas that are the ones that bail us out time and time again. The artists, you know what I mean? The regular citizens that go over there, figure out, do 2 and 3 jobs. It's them, it's true. They are paying rent. They are paying people's rent out here. Right? Some families, them not going to advertise none of that. But these people literally go and work and they literally help their family in that manner. You have 1 and 2 persons that is like, wagwan brother. Yeah, the response of the government is not a response. Not true, my general. No joke. She's speaking a lot of truth. Yeah, Ladan, for real. Yeah, man, the people from overseas, man.
But nearly 70% of what we get in remittances goes to consumption, not investment. And households relying heavily on overseas support.
Oh yeah. So the money that comes from overseas, 70% of it goes to consumption, meaning it burn up, no investment. So what does that really do for us? Like I said, the money that is sent from the families over there, from overseas, it comes for parent and buy food, put things in their house. Some people are party with it too. You understand? Buy liquor. You don't go into building nothing if you say we make some money. I choose your talk.
Phone call away from getting money because they might not be working, often don't participate in the
formal economy, not
because they're lazy, but because they may have no opportunity to get a job or a job doesn't exist for them. And so the question is no longer if Jamaica must change, it's what kind of change we're prepared to pursue, pay for and uphold. Because you see the countries that we admire, that we talk about, free healthcare, Sweden, Denmark, and all of the social safety nets that they have, Norway, Finland, they didn't stumble into fairness or resilience. They built it through contribution, productivity, and accountability. So, for example, Sweden's tax to GDP, that ratio is 41%. I mean, you hear some Jamaicans say, boy, I may not pay that out of my work. Come in and say, what may I pay for? Their tax to GDP ratio is nearly double ours. But their system works because people see the results and because everyone has obligations, not just rights. So in Sweden, unemployment benefits require job seeking and training. In Denmark, welfare recipients must join activation programs. And in Finland, benefits come with personal responsibility agreement. Them not gonna give nothing unless you give back something. Yeah, so the things set over there. So. And these societies operate on the understanding that benefits must be matched by national duty. Yeah, duty. And this is what Jamaica must confront, because nothing in those societies is free. Nothing. Because they realize that compassion has a cost, dignity has a cost, security has a cost. And their systems work because citizens accept that strong social protections require strong personal responsibility. So you can't demand world-class services while avoiding the obligations that sustain them. Now, contrast that with Jamaica. You know, our tax to GDP ratio appears similar to some of the richer countries. Our tax revenue per person, though, is much lower. And so this limits our ability to fund essential services and resilience projects. And I can hear some people say, boy, at least I'm not paying no more tax. And we don't want to increase tax. I'm not suggesting that. But I'm just showing you the realities. Because disaster recovery consumes a large share of our annual budget, and it forces us to choose between rebuilding and development. And those pressures are worsened by decades of low productivity growth in our Jamaican society. We have among the lowest productivity in the Caribbean, and the reality is that only 10% of Jamaican homes meet climate resilience standards. And Melissa exposed that weakness brutally. So let me be clear. We can't demand first world services with our levels of productivity. The math simply doesn't balance. So if we want stronger homes, climate protection, if we want dependable public services, we must accept that resilience requires revenue. And revenue requires shared responsibility. Not just the wealthy, not just the diaspora, not just government, all of us A society that expects high quality services must be a society to embrace productivity, duty, and national discipline. And transformation requires not just a government willing to change, but a people at all levels, from the working class to the middle to owners of capital, all people willing to change with it. So Melissa has already rewritten our past. We can't go back there. But the cost of our future is productivity, is a change in mindset. What have we all done lately? That's why I guess everybody's showing what they're doing on social media. But the only thing standing between us and the Jamaica we deserve is our own self-sabotaging inertia. The excuses, the low expectations. Oh, I'm not getting a care package. I could go on. And yes, I'm the first one to tell you that the least among us must be taken care of. But we must have national discipline now. We have to change our mindset. You see, the mindset that we hold on to, the world has already outgrown it. And if we don't break it now, we will continue to walk backwards into the future with our eyes wide shut, and Jamaica will be left behind.
You know, the mindset that she's talking about, maybe
So how will we pay for the Jamaica we say we want?
Maybe I am unclear, but I think she's putting the onus mostly on the people of Jamaica. Here in the UK is a prime example. Migrants and locals have to pay all these taxes. Thank you, comrades, for life. Have to pay all these taxes that support the country. So, this is really a larger conversation because I would really like to sit down. I would love to interview Lisa Hannah about this particular topic. What are the changes that she suggests? What is the mentality that needs to change? What is that mentality? She talked about, you know, national obligation, national responsibility, discipline. These all sound very good, you know. But I would like to get like a more structured, like maybe I need to research Finland. Not that Finland, I don't listen. Some of these countries have really sold out to the beast system, so I wouldn't want to use them as an example. Although Jamaica is a third world country, it can conform. What does that look like? I am all for discipline. I am all for you know, increasing productivity. I am all for all of those things. I believe if more people are properly equipped, properly educated, properly trained, all of that stuff. And I think that if the government, the way how the PNP was structuring things, where education is concerned, is that they would empower the people to empower our society. And one example of that is the student loan forgiveness where teachers are concerned. Teachers have been able to stay here in Jamaica, and every year that they work, they would get forgiveness of their loans that they took to go to school. What that would do is keep those talents here in Jamaica. And I think that model could be used. Somebody has shaken their head and I wonder why. I think that model could be used in terms of other skilled areas. What about engineers? How about engineers that the government sent to school, and every year that they work here in Jamaica for the government, for the people with our projects, they will get forgiveness on their loan. The loans would be, you know, removed every year. So that would stop the brain drain. Our nurses, you understand, it's the same thing. The longer our nurses stay here and work and develop, right, Listen, if Jamaican people are able to live a good standard of life here in Jamaica while working in Jamaica, I mean, Jamaicans should be able to vacate in Jamaica off their salary. And no disrespect to other parts of the world, but my goodness, there's so many different attractions out here. Our system, she talked about system. And I understand some of the things she's saying because in the area of film and the creative industry, our country has not yet tapped into the potential of what that can do in terms of even tourism, you know, the farmers. I mean, when you look at marijuana, like, man, trust me, there's so many areas that Jamaica has a way. I know we are hearing that they're looking for oil. You understand? What about giving forgiveness and increasing taxes? Remember that the JLP said there's no new taxes, But what they have done a great job of is increase those taxes that are already there. So the people might pay more taxes, thinking that, oh, I'm not really getting I'm not getting any more taxes, but they're paying more taxes. They have done a great job of that, of deceiving the people. Oh, no more taxes, but you're paying more. But guess what? We're not producing nothing, so they still haven't found the balance. It's not just about collecting taxes. It's about each member of the society being a productive member of the society. You understand? But I digress. Big up, Lisa Hannah. Let me go to this.
He also added that there are now 91 suspected or probable cases of leptospirose. With so many questions, you see the minister with his arrogance in the parliament. Outside of the parliament today, stating that he's responding to questions from opposition leader Mark Golding. But then it is the same argument.
What's up, Lagris? Ladan say, they have found oil, they're just deceiving the country. Well, a lot of us believe that, but I don't have evidence yet, or 100% evidence of that. So I'm just playing the devil's advocate and watching and waiting to hear more about this oil and how this oil is supposed to benefit the people of Jamaica, or is it going to just benefit the rich and wealthy alone? You know what I mean? The same ones in government, yeah, striking deals.
That he's given, that he stated in the parliament. And he also added that it's a 5-year contracted loan, and as soon as the JPS gets some form of license to acquire that funds, then they have a 2-year span after the license to basically repay the government.
The leader of the opposition posed a question to me after my statement to Parliament, pretty much asking why would we release $150 million US to the JPS without the JPS satisfying us that they have the ability to raise the additional $200 million that they would need. And my simple answer was that the people want light.
You know, may I tell you say, the people want light. What is the cost and the consequence long term of you giving the people light? Where was this energy when the people needed food immediately? Where was this energy when the people needed shelter? Where is the energy for the people that need shelter? Where is it from the government of the JLP government? Where is it? You guys have been dragging your foot on other issues, but this 150 million US, so eager and coming from this man and his government. Where is the money with the boss them? Where is the boss them? The 1.4 billion. Like, we don't trust you. We don't, and you guys have not given us any reason to trust you. So those are very good questions. Why would you give them 150 million without them acquiring the 200 million? Isn't it the 350 million that is supposed to help them to finish this thing by February. So they need all the money same time. So they should come to the table like, listen, yo, we already got this 200 million, and we need some more. And the exact amount is 150 million. We have already secured this 200 million. That's what Mr. Golden is asking. Why would you give them the 150 million? Suppose them don't get the 200 million. You're going to come to us with excuses and tell us, well, you know, they didn't really get to do all of it by February. But with the 150 million, this is what they got to do. Where's the urgency for the people that are homeless? Why that 150 million can't use for them? You can lend JPS, but it can't use for the people them that need houses. As a matter of fact, I have suggested that you take $4 billion out of that 24 billion for the people them in the most affected areas. All these people need this help, you know. They don't need handouts. They need help to get a roof over their head, not handouts. So, just like Lisa Hanna said, you cannot get something from the government without expecting to have some type of national obligation back to the country. So all of these people that the government helped to put a roof over their head, they should have some obligation that they signed to in terms of to help to rebuild Jamaica. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Right? Don't have a problem with that. How they work that out, work it out. But the people deserve to be helped. It's our tax dollars. We are paying taxes. Oh, and by the way, the people that are paying taxes should have a say about how this money is going. And at what point do we put in the Constitution where the people can actually midway an administration go, wait a minute, we are calling for change now. We have to have a no confidence clause in the government. You understand? And it only needs a certain percentage of the population to enact that no confidence clause. And if it's even, it can be even more specific. It can be a minister of government, a specific minister of government that we have a no confidence clause in. Like this man on the screen. And say, no, he's got to go. Because one bag of lie, back a lie, back a lie. One bag of misleading, just, you know, we're just tired of the JLP government. Thank you so much. Let's show me that you appreciate me, ladies and gentlemen, by hitting the like button. Sassy, I like that. I like that.
And if I can get a deal where I can lend them $150 million and bring forward the restoration of power in the most affected areas by the end of January, early February, as against April, May, and possibly June, which is a projected timeline of the JPS, then I'm still at a loss as to how he could expect a responsible government to wait for a full financial package.
You know what a responsible government does? You know what they do? They answer logical questions and not attack the question. All you have to do is answer the question, you know. All of this is deflecting from the real issue. Does JPS have the money? Do they have the 200 million US already? That is the question. It's a valid question. What is going to be the course of action if they by the 2-year period, if they have not yet finished paying off this debt that you lend them? What will be the course of action? That's a legitimate question. What, money is gonna go down the drain? Possibly, potentially, to a company that has made 60 odd million US a year, and we must lend them 150 million, and them have a monopoly on Jamaica when we stuff them in our house, mash up because of freedom error. Them have a clause and a concession where they won't take responsibility for that, right? So what we are do? These questions are valid questions from the opposition leader.
Which will take months to conclude and finalize, and not go ahead with the money that the government is prepared to lend on specific terms, which secures the government.
So you are prepared to give the JPS what is called a unsecured loan. Somebody said if you Google the profit of JPS 2020 to 2025. Okay, let's do that. Thank you for that, Splash DG. JPS, hold on. So JPS profit, wrong profit, 2020 to 2024. Watch out. 31 million 2020, 44 million 2021, 54 million 2022, 23 million, 68 million 2023. Mighty God. Right? Financial results for 2024 are available in the company's annual report, but a single net profit figure for the entire year was not immediate. So them still not second 2024 yet. Right? So the millions have been rising significantly in profit for the JPS. My thing is this. JPS knows that they are in this hurricane zone, and one of the responsibilities of the company is to prepare itself for climate change, yes, and these monster storms. The government has been talking about it. No, you forgive yours. Yeah, so the government has been talking about this building resilience from last year. Even Mark Bowling spoke about it in the parliament just the other day. Let me go to it, because I have it on my platform too, you know.
Into our distribution and transmission systems for electricity. And there's been nothing that assures repayment, you've said, is that if at the end of July, funded out of the consolidated fund, you've said, I was going to ask you how it's going to be funded. That's roughly, you're relying on a mechanism to get it back, which I'm going to speak to in a second. So, triggering the consequences of license.
Forgot. Who make that kind of criticism don't understand media. You use all the forms of communication. And that is my job. My job is to bring to the public the political understanding of issues. I get a sense from Jamaicans that they like that there are some Jamaicans who want to make excuses for government failure.
And they want to go on.
This is an ultimate failure of the government.
Minister, the context of your presentation in relation to the JPS situation is that the license expires, I think it's July 2027.
Camera points up.
Notice has been given, triggering the consequences of license termination. Jamaica has roughly 20% of the equity in JPS. The funding gap, based on the recently done work to do the restoration of the grid, including substations, transmission, posts, etc., distribution lines, is around 350 million US. So our 20%, if you're looking at it as a shareholder, our 20% would be 70 million. But we are actually taking the risk of lending an unsecured loan to JPS of 150 million, which is twice the proportion of the equity that we hold in the business. So unsecured, you don't have the collateral to seize. You're relying on a mechanism to get it back, which I'm going to speak to in a second. So my question to you is, first of all, the other 200 million, which is currently not funded, but which is necessary to achieve the timelines that you have indicated for restoration, what is the assurance that that 200 million will be raised on a timely basis so as to enable the necessary expenditures to be made by JPS to hit the targets, which are presumably fairly aggressive targets given the extent of the damage to the grid and so on? What level of confidence do you have that that 200 million will be raised by them? And what is the time frame that it has to be raised by for that target to be met? I'd like to know the time frame for that. Secondly,
you see them two questions there? Excuse me, Darrell Vaz don't want to answer them two important questions there. Donovan Wagwan.
Would we be dispersing all 150 before that 200 million is in place? Are we going to take the risk of lending that money to JPS, funded out of the consolidated fund you said? I was going to ask you how it's going to be funded. That's roughly the same amount as the cat bond drawdown, we're told. This 150, which Jamaica has been seeing as being critical to the housing, shelter, the school fixing up, the health centers and hospitals, etc. JPS is now going to get the benefit of that money. As it stands now, all you've told is you've left it up to them and they're to come back to you. That, I think, is a risk we're not prepared to take as a country. I want to know which GOJ entity is going to carry the loan. So is it DBJ? You know, which entity is going to be the lender of record? Because part of what you've said is a mechanism.
Somebody say, YSL say, pre this, Nigel create an insurance policy. Nigel go to work for the insurance company. The insurance pay out, and then the insurance goes to the government, and now the government handing it to JPS. Sounds strange to me. Mighty God, Bolo, Jamaica.
That assures repayment,
No,
you said,
sir.
is that if at the end of July
What an argument.
there is no renewal of the license because you can't agree terms, and you're that 150 would be a setup. Essentially, that's what I read you saying, that you would recover the 150 by it would go in reduction of what you would have to pay them to acquire the assets. So setup requires mutuality, meaning that the person who owes you is the same person you owe. So I want to know which entity within the government is going to carry that loan to the JPS. You said the interest rate is not yet settled, and the Ministry of Finance is going to deal with that hopefully tomorrow. I'm hoping that we will get a report on what that is, because this is coming out of the nation's available liquidity, and when there are a whole lot of needs to be met. So I think it's necessary for us to do what is necessary to get JPS up and running as quickly as possible. But I think we have to do it very prudently and sensibly so that we don't unnecessarily expose taxpayers to loss. So I would like your assurance, Minister, that that 200 million will be coughed up by JPS, perhaps by its two large overseas shareholders, Marubeni and East West Power, South Korean government-owned large utility. Or JPS is going to draw down on whatever funding it can raise from its creditors. I don't know how they plan to fund it, but we need to know it's funded before we put our 150 in. That's it. The last question I have, because I'm asking questions, is in all of this that we're discussing now, to get things back up and running as quickly as possible, which is the main imperative we're all aligned around. We've also had talk over the last year or so since Burial about building resilience into our distribution and transmission systems for electricity. And there's been no talk about putting what imperative we're all aligned around. We've also had talk over the last year or so since Burial about building resilience into our distribution and transmission systems for electricity. And there's been talk about putting wiring underground, and that the cost of that is very high, and in fact CEO of JPS has said it'd be prohibitive. But what I want to know is what practical steps are being taken to build resilience into the grid now, those sections which have to be rebuilt at all, and if it is, what are the things that you intend to do to make sure that the grid is more resilient to withstand weather events, maybe not as drastic as Melissa, but weather events that we know sooner or later, hopefully much later, we're going to have to endure again.
The meeting that we had yesterday morning.
Yo, this is the last question that Mark Golden just asked. Is golden. All right, we are going to give them $150 million. What is the plan to make the rebuilding of the power line? What is the plan to make those power lines more resilient to these powerful storms? What is the plan? So we're going to lend them an unsecured loan money without knowing if them even are going to find the money to pay back the government, to build back the boardhouse the way it was built before. And then when a storm comes from the boardhouse, or even one regular rainfall and flood out the place and the boardhouse mash up. And then the person now is in double trouble. The government don't get back the money because it's an unsecured loan. You understand what I say? The man is looking at this from the realms of a businessman. They have to protect the people's business, and they're acting like they want to demonize Mark Golden for doing what a true leader should do. Big up Marky G for these questions. And let's go to this now.
People like Jamaican taxpayers, whichever way the situation goes. They have a 5-year loan. If they get a license, a new license, they can raise capital and pay us back in 2 years when the license would be renewed.
Right? But then we're seeing him run out again, stating that, you know, there was an additional 50 million US from the electricity disaster fund. And many persons are question say, in less than 24 hours, we didn't get that the amount in the EDF, right? Because we're going to run back a little argument from the same minister who stated that the electricity disaster fund has been depleted. This was disclosed during a statement to the House of Representatives on November 25, 2025 in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. Details of the statement. Fund status. Minister Vaz explained that due to the claims made to prepare for and recover from recent natural disasters, including Hurricane Beryl and Melissa, the EDF had been exhausted. Purpose of the fund: the EDF is the Jamaica Public Service Company's self-insurance mechanism for repairing its transmission and distribution network following natural disasters. It is financed through a precautionary provision in consumer electricity bills. Initial amount: prior to Hurricane Beryl, mid-2024, the fund had a value of approximately $50 million US. Government action: due to the fund's depletion, the Jamaican cabinet approved the $150 million US loan to the JPS to fast-track restoration efforts across the island. Vaz noted. So then, if him stated that the EDF has been depleted, but yet still come now to tell us that they coughed up $50 more million US from the same EDF fund when they depleted, what really are going on? So did he like
Jamaica, I'm telling you something. I have so many questions, but may I go wait?
the parliament there, so? Did he mislead the entire house there, so?
Oh my
and the entire nation?
God.
But this is what happens when there's no sanctions to the things them with them do. There's no political sanctions. So that's why them can't tell we lie, blatant lie in our face and get away with it scotch-free. This is a immediate release from the OUR responsible for this EDF funds, right? And they basically told us on October 29, basically a day after Hurricane Beryl hit, that they permit the first drawdown of $5 million US from that fund to JPS. So if it was depleted, how is it then that money is still there to be given JPS? I don't understand it. The minister needs to come and answer some more questions. And we, the people, well-thinking Jamaicans, must not stop pushing back at them until we get accountability, until we get transparency. This is utter madness. This is the same minister who stated that more than 500 generators distributed to residents in Western Jamaica. Want to know, say, this government here is the PR government of all PR government. Right? And him want come tell we, say, 500 generators distributed to residents in Western Jamaica, and them not take not even one picture with one of them residents there. And none of the members of parliament for those constituencies don't know anything about these generators that were distributed. What can really go so? Jamaica, this will really set up? Who picked out those persons to, get those generators? All them most of them people truly in need of the generators, as he is claiming. My goodness. ABR family and viewers, we not draw this thing too long, Being exhausted. Purpose of the fund, the EDF is the Jamaica Public Service Company's self-insurance mechanism for repairing its transmission and distribution network following natural disasters. It is financed through a precautionary provision in consumers' electricity bills. Initial amount. Prior to Hurricane Beryl, mid-2024, the fund had a value of approximately $50 million. Government action. Due to the fund's depletion, the Jamaican cabinet approved the $150 million loan to the JPS to fast-track restoration efforts across the island. VAS noted. So then, if him stated that the EDF has been depleted, but yet still come now to tell us that they coughed up $50 more million from the same EDF fund when he said depleted. What really are going on there? So did he lie to us in the parliament there, so? Did he mislead the entire house there, so? And the entire nation? But this is what happens when there's no sanctions to the things them with them do. There's no political sanctions. So that's why them can't tell we lie, blatant lie in our face and get away with it scotch-free. This is a immediate release from the OUR responsible for this EDF funds, right? And they basically told us on October 29, basically a day after Hurricane Beryl hit, that they permit the first drawdown of $5 million from that fund to JPS. So if it was depleted, how is it then that money is still there to be given JPS? I don't understand it. The minister needs to come and answer some more questions. And we, the people, well-thinking Jamaicans, must not stop pushing back at them until we get accountability, until we get transparency. This is utter madness. This is the same minister who stated that more than 500 generators distributed to residents in Western Jamaica. Want to know, say, this government here is the PR government of all PR government. Right? And him want come tell we, say, 500 generators distributed to residents in Western Jamaica, and them not take not even one picture with one of them residents there.
Make it make sense.
None of the members of parliament for those constituencies don't know anything about these generators that were distributed. What can really go so? Jamaica, this will really set up? Who picked out those persons to, get those generators? All them know, so them people truly in need of the generators, as he is claiming. My goodness. ABR family and viewers, we not draw this thing too long, We want to hear from in the comment section. Keep the map of Hurricane.
No people. Big up Anissa Bell Rose. Make sure son go over there go subscribe to my sister. See? Now, EDF, Electricity Disaster Fund. Alright. Good fun. Awesome fun. Antonio, let me big up some people in our chat. Because I not get to big them up, To be honest. What the people are passed through, I'm gonna get to big them up. We have Altia, delete our message. We have Adi. Adi say I charge me $50 million for every time I start a live without him. Kevin, big up yourself. Who else there? Who else is here? Arjun Musapasa. Who that? Pixie. Somebody is Big Pixie say give the money to LA Lewis. Backside. Oh no easy. We have Mickey in the building. New Bay Lube said that man is a criminal. Maximum said I am here. Big up Maximum. Donovan, big up. Who they on TikTok? Wanna talk to me? Splash Digi in that place. Sassy D in that place. Alright. My people. Me have a lot of questions. So Mr. Daryl Vaz. On November 25th, which was Monday, the EDF was depleted. Is that correct? Notice I ask a question. Let me know. If that is correct, my next question is this. On November 26th, you're in a parliament. I saw you go? Today or what? Thursday or Wednesday? Today or Wednesday, my people? Let me see. Today or Thursday. Alright. So parliament was the 25th. So on that day, the EDF was depleted. Right? It was depleted. So, them now the money. You tell us about the 150 million we want to plan for lend JPS. The next day on the 26th, you tell us that, you know, I had a miscalculation. Let me find the article card. Nobody not going to say a lie, me I tell you. You can't tell you that right now. Let me show you the article, the Gleaner. Hold on. Let me show you the Gleaner, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Alright? Okay? Let's look at the date when this report came out. Alright? Picture beside it and everything. So let's go to proof. No, that's not it. Yeah, here we go. Which date is this? Yesterday. Yesterday, I made a miscalculation and overnight, I was able to get it corrected. There is an application at the OUR for the last US 50 million in the emergency fund. So, I want to ask Daryl one question. All the money that just appear so. Hey. How you doing, mommy? Bless up, bless up. You know, ladies and gentlemen, as a accountant, if you were to miscalculate $50 million, you know you would be fired. That's the first thing. This man admitted that he had a miscalculation, and overnight, the man have a overnight powers there. Yo, may I start calling him Mr. Overnight. Daryl Vaz's new name is Mr. Overnight. You heard what I said? Mr. Overnight. And overnight, I was able to get it corrected. How is this man at such a genius overnight, and then during the day the man is incompetent? Him a vampire? What? His son not doing well? What is wrong? Why am I doing these miscalculations during the day and overnight in the darkness? I was the darkness in the darkness. The man fixed the problem. $50 million, presto, one snap of the finger. Hey, me tell you something, man. There's questions I want to ask now, but me have to be careful how me frame them, you know. People, this no look good, you know. Oh, you forget US $50 million. How you just forget about that? Can anybody... guys, have you... I mean, we're in our crisis right now. We're in a crisis. How do you forget $50 million? US. How do you miscalculate? So now, that last US 50 million in the emergency fund, so the figure is no longer 200 million. Overnight again, you know. Hey, mommy. We have start call Daryl Vaz Mr. Overnight. Russell, what's up, bro? Yo, Russell, not easy, you know. Russell, salute, man. No, Russell, we have a minister of government, bro, that, look at the screen. The man said he had a miscalculation. And overnight, he was able to remedy the situation. He just found $50 million US dollars at the OUR. 50 million US dollars? We say call him Mr. Darkness. No, man. And Mr. Overnight, we are calling, man. On this platform, anytime you hear me say overnight, we are talking about Daryl Vaz. Mr. Overnight. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I've never heard of an administration, of a MP, a boss, somebody that is ahead of their ministry, miscalculate $50 million out of a calculation. Not 1 million, you know, not 500,000, you know, but 50 million US dollars. I want that to sink in a little bit because it look like, say, we born big. We born an adult, right? We never did start as a child and develop sense. Hey, let me tell you, it's when blind and lead blind. Where did the $50 million come from, really? Where did it come from, really? Is it because of the pressure of Mark Jefferson Golding? Why we see overnight $50 million popped up? Because it did look away when we say got that 50 million US, spending it on strippers and a hell of a lot of no, but this is so serious. This is so serious. So instead of 200 million, all the JPS needs is US 150 million. That's all they need, right? The money is there to help the people of Jamaica that get damaged in the storm. Well, no, to be clear, newbie. To be clear, let's go back to this. There is a emergency. Where is it? There is an electricity disaster fund, the EDF. So that's where the money is coming from, the EDF. It's not the money that is sent, or it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the money that is sent. Give, right? It should not be that. It's actually from the EDF. My thing is this: how do you, in a disaster, as the minister of the Ministry of Energy, the Minister of Energy, how as the Minister of Energy do you forget about US 50 million? How is that? How is that possible? The Minister of Energy forgetting that, yo, you know that we have a US $50 million in the fund? Yeah, we had that. But, you know, I forgot about it, so I miscalculated. How does that happen? And how do you still have a job after that? What other miscalculations has happened where you were not questioned about? Imagine if Mr. Golding, the Honorable Mark Golding, imagine if the Honorable Mark Golding did not question this man. Imagine if Mark Golding didn't question him. You know that his miscalculation would still be miscalculating. If it wasn't for the pressures of Mark Golding bringing attention to this issue in Parliament with very excellent questions, the man still would not have realized that he did a miscalculation. So on behalf of Bolo VNR and Bolo VNR Clips on YouTube and on TikTok, I want to say thank you to Mr. Mark Golding for raising critical questions that led to, you know, Mr. Overnight correcting a miscalculation overnight. Designer boss, big up. Thank you, Mark Golding. Thank you, sir. All right? Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. This is unreal. Right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to away from Daryl Vaz because you see, this is the same thing. It's like the same games being played, you know. Remember the situation with the buses. And remember, there was a report that came from somewhere asking the ministry some questions in regards to the acquisition of the buses. And Daryl Vaz said he didn't know why they would write that to him. Who remember? He didn't know why they would ask him that question. Because the question suggested something that pretty much pointed out levels of skullduggery. Right? And he didn't know, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't understand why would they ask him that question. He became clueless. And it appears this cluelessness is a problem he has in miscalculation. Something that he fixes overnight. You understand what I'm saying? His cluelessness, his incompetence, his miscalculations are fixed overnight. He must have a guardian. Well, I couldn't say guardian angel because he must sprinkle rum and bus. He must have a guardian demon where I help him with the miscalculation. Lady Love, what's up? Lady Love said, I don't believe it's a miscalculation. It's just they were caught giving a lie. I agree. Then he called people of Jamaica dunce. Mighty. Isn't he a liar, ladies and gentlemen? The devil. Mighty God. Let's continue. Now, more leptospirosis cases. Boy, if I start talking about that, my God. This man right here needs to be, yeah, that brother needs to be something, you know. This man come out like, dun, 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 dun. This man come out for spread propaganda. Can you believe it? US dollar. And it come up with something else, you know, that I did from yesterday. Want to find it. Yo, that brother just look lost. Look at his face. Ladies and gentlemen, does that look like a man that has a clue of what is happening? Why aren't you honest do this to the man? We feel sorry for him, you know? Because he's going to be the fall guy. He's going to be the fall guy. Government says ODPEM relief funds untouched as procedure plan still in development. I want you guys to understand that what they're saying is that the money that they got for people to help them for relief is untouched. They have not spent a single dime of that money. That's what they're telling us now. So the people that are suffering in the areas that they are suffering has been suffering for 1 month now. And those relief funds are not released to them because of what? The procurement plan still in development. So Daryl Vaz, more ask you one question. Why is it so important for your government to release funds to JPS without the proper procurement, without the proper structure of a deal that would protect our money? But the money that we got free from the world, they have to make sure that the procurement is they got all their I's and they cross all their T's. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call aiding genocide. Me telling you already, you know. Me telling you already. I want you guys to truly compare those two things. I don't enough for you to paint the picture that I want to paint. Right? Right now we have fear on our hands. Right? I want you guys to think about what I'm saying. The government of Jamaica under Andrew Holness sees it fit to hold on to free money that was sent. Money, food, everything. Right? For what? For 1 month them hold on the money for. Right? While people have an immediate need for shelter, food, water, them hold on to the money and them hold on to the relief supplies them. Right? And them say it and I mean, it is untouched. See it up on the screen, Dr. Dayton. What's your name? Dora the Explorer. She come out. She come right out and make we know that. Right? And the more them try to cover them sin and the more them expose how wicked them is. How in God's green earth do you still have those things? And I talk about procurement in our emergency. And when me telling you say people have to show ID to get and TRN to get aid, don't you think a lie we are tell? When the evidence is there and all the MPIs that we can talk about it. Joy Barnes, how you doing, my darling? Yes. So what we are saying, what we are doing, we don't understand. You guys can be very firm about and disciplined about, you know, not sending out the money and not sending out the relief for people after a disaster. But you can give JPS an unsecured loan of $150 billion of our tax dollars. The question is, what is it? What is in it for you, the individuals that is a part of the government? Who in the government is benefiting, if any, from this deal with JPS? Who is, no, nobody. Yeah, listen, this is a legitimate question. Is there somebody benefiting? We need to follow the money, you know. We need to follow the money. What's up, Thea? We need to follow the money. Who is benefiting? Because this don't make no sense. Our tax dollars should be guarded. Right? We get other people money and we guarding it more than our tax dollars. Make it make sense. We are guarding other people's money in relief more than how we are guarding our own tax dollars. Giving JPS a unsecured loan, but you can't give the people them unsecured relief. How can you give, and when I say unsecured or unprocured, you can give the people them unprocured relief in an emergency, but you can give JPS an unsecured loan. Wow. You know, I have to go back. Go back to this. I have to go back to this. Honestly, I do. Come on or something. Don't do me that. It's a buffer suffer. And I mean that. Look at this guy.
But according to him, 26, even though, look here, Jamaica poverty rate dip to historic 7.8%.
Oh my God, the PI be dismantled. The PIOJ needs to be dismantled. Alright? The poverty rate has dipped to a historic low of 7.8% in 2024, down from the previous record. %. Brother, who cares about 2024? We're in a 2025 after one disaster. Why would you even put this article out? Oh, this is a part of the PR machine. Anytime a fire is started of truth, you guys come with past ghost stories. 2024 poverty rate, if true, cannot help us now. The poverty rate has skyrocketed and ballooned to probably about 50%, almost 40% of our GDP has been there. You should think around the same amount of people are in the levels of poverty in 2025. So why are you coming to tell me about 2024? Why? Because you know, she said, Andrew Honest ass under fire. Serious fire too. Based off of the facts that are coming out.
From previous record, okay, but you're drunk. These are piece of shit. And these are lying, you know. So what am I doing now? Him have to get fire, you know.
Oh, he's the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
None of them now were.
We spoke.
But him not realize this story, it showed everything.
He's been in
Jamaica.
He was there during the storm. He's been
him still run out. This lame piece of nastiness still run out. Don't make no sense. Eh? Look when I'm call my bedroom. You want my bedroom put up here? Hold it now, man. Him for go.
If you go away for true, man. If you go away. Listen to this, man.
We wouldn't feel bad.
It is a miracle of life and death. There's a little girl here. There's elderly people. And so if anyone's watching in the government or you're an elected official, these people need help.
Fox Weather's Robert Ray. He's been in Jamaica. He was there during the storm.
There's elderly people. And so if anyone's watching in the government or you're an elected official, these people need help. And you look at the convoy, all of this. Yes, sir, Robert Ray. We're here to get the word out. And that's what we will do. It's what we will do. Near impossible to get in here. And if we were not about to lose life, we're going to try to do that tomorrow. And we will share more stories as it goes. Humanitarian crisis underway. And you know what? Somebody get it together. Back to you, Ian.
You hear that? Andrew, get it together. I know you don't get it together, brother.
Fox Weather's Robert Ray.
I know.
He's been in Jamaica. He was there during the storm. He's been doing his absolute best to show
unbelievable. Look how long this man is telling us if we get it together. I know you don't get it together. Yes, the man name is a failure, brother. The man name is, yo. Remember, say Andrew said this now.
I was the Prime Minister of Jamaica near your home.
Significant damage to residential infrastructure. But I think that, you know, we have mounted a very credible and strong preparation and recovery strategy, and that will help us to ensure that our citizens who may now be facing hardship, they can have confidence that the government will be able to reach them immediately after the storm is passed.
Yeah, I mean, when do you anticipate you?
Immediately after the storm is passed, right? Remember, you know, immediately after the storm is passed, you know. And look here. Government says ODPEM relief funds untouched. Immediately after the storm is passed? Really? 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 1 month after, and the relief funds untouched. Pansy Wagwan. How can this be? How can this be? Lady J said, we need to know who are the investors of that cat band. You know, your man on the TikTok say, Nigel Clark take out an insurance from an insurance company. And then he resign, and then he might work for the insurance company now. And now the insurance company send the money to the government. I saw him say that the man said. I don't know if I saw it going on. Him send the money to the government, and now money I reach JPS of 150 million US. For borrow, something not right. Something is not right. High levels of chess and Monopoly is being played here, ladies and gentlemen. And guess who's suffering? The people. You hear what I said? And then he wonders why people have a... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. But that brother is unbelievable. This guy right here. This guy? Yeah, man. PSOJ guy? Unbelievable. The PIOJ guy? Unbelievable. I cannot believe the man stood up and tried to convince us that, yo, yeah, man, you know, yeah, poverty down in 2024. We don't need to hear nothing about 2024, brother. 2025 now. We don't need to hear nothing about that. Chinese send medical team to support Jamaica. Mighty God. Chinese send medical team to help Jamaica. There you go. Truck driver dies after suspected electrocution. Wow. And we're going to say,
this is for the Farmers Hospital and behalf of me and DJ Khalid, and this is my first footing, my first installment. I will be revisiting you people soon with the care packages and the material and all of those things, but it's monetary support needed right now. And I'm saying, I don't want the government to have nothing to do with this. This is directly to the hospitals. That's why I make my way here. I could have just called a press conference. This is for the Farmers Hospital and behalf of me and DJ Khalid. And this
know how disgraceful is it that DJ Khalid and Bounty Killer do not trust the government with their money? This is the reality. This is the reality. So much people is not telling lie on the government. So much people is not delusional. This is not unfounded criticism. It is valid criticism. Celebrities and everybody, they don't trust you and your government, Andrew Honest. And rightfully so. As a matter of fact, the PMP has tried to make efforts for you to take the mantle out of your hand so nobody can blame you for anything. And that is why the People's National Party asked for committee structure that they asked for. Let me go back to it, because they haven't posted a lot here on this platform. Let me go back to it. All right. Where is Mr. Palwell? Oh, I think this is it. No, that's not it. Ah, this must be it. Ah, here we go.
Minister Floyd Green, on November 13, regrettably confirms the government's continued unwillingness to confront the central issue at hand, the urgent need for a credible, broad-based national oversight mechanism to guide the Hurricane Melissa relief and recovery.
Okay.
Contrary to the minister's assertions, the opposition has been consistent. We have been transparent and unwavering in our call for a national task force, one that goes beyond Parliament and includes representatives of the private sector, the church, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders whose participation is essential to building trust in this moment of national crisis. It is therefore misleading and disingenuous for the minister to suggest that a joint select committee of Parliament satisfies this call. The country knows better. A parliamentary committee drawn only from members of Parliament and controlled by the government majority cannot and will never be a substitute for a national, non-partisan, multi-sectoral task force with real oversight responsibility.
Visit our website at pnp.org.j.
So, ladies and gentlemen, even though the JLP is trying to slide and slither their way around that request, they have no intention of having true accountability in every sense of the word. So we are tired of the lies from them. You know, they come in these press conferences, and Dr. Dana Morris Dixon has become a professional at this. You understand? She truly has become a professional. Let me see if we can find them last. So, them last press conference.
Said the same thing. Why didn't these are great opportunities, and we now
first affected. So I understand how visit the Prime Minister clearly can't visit everywhere, but he has visited some areas. Can you explain why it took him 2 weeks to visit the worst affected communities in Eastern Westmoreland, and then seemingly only because a bunch of Caribbean Prime Ministers were visiting? Second question, Commander Gale speaking at the PAAC last week when asked about relief work and how MPs didn't know when relief teams would be visiting their constituencies, explained the process and said what happens is that they contact parish disaster coordinators before going in. Can you explain why relief teams wouldn't be notifying, not just notifying the relevant MPs, but also having them as an integral part of their relief team? And why is the relief effort seemingly so centralized and not community-based? 3 opposition leaders said yesterday at a presser that the opposition hasn't been invited to sit on any committees dealing with the relief work. Can you say if this is so? If it's not true, can you say what committees they've been invited to be on? And if it is true, why is it that that is the case? And fourthly, at this point, it seems clear the government doesn't have any intention of convening an independent oversight committee, despite your previous assurances at previous press briefings. Can you say why that is? And for clarity, the real-time audit being done by the Auditor General, very, very important, but can't be a substitute for that. And in relation to your own portfolio, Minister, obviously very important to get schools back, but we've been getting complaints that some residents, especially in Westmoreland, feel they're being pressured got a report yesterday that teachers have been visiting and pressuring people to leave, and they feel when they don't feel they have somewhere safe to go to. I'll stop there.
All right, thank you very much. That East Westmoreland question was the same exact question I got in the Senate on Friday by one of the opposition members. They said the same thing. Why didn't the Prime Minister go to East Westmoreland? Why it took him so long to go there? And I had to show in the Senate a video of the Prime Minister in Westmoreland 48 hours after.
Lie, Artel. Lie. Andrew Jones don't reach Westmoreland, East Westmoreland at 48 hours. That is a lie. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Not no go so. Not no go so. I'm going to go to that clip that we share talk about.
The hurricane. So I'll do that one. I know Minister McKenzie is going to take some other ones. The opposition being on any committee, just noting that the Disaster Risk Committee Council has the opposition on that. That is one in terms of the...
Miss. You know... Sure. Well, I met this a man I deal with her, you know, because she thinks she's slick, you know. She thinks she's slick. Teacher, deal with her there, man, because... Yo, may I tell you?
That's bullshit.
Deal with her, teacher. Deal with her.
But expert come and talk. Come and talk about what? See? That don't make no sense. Maybe you are Dan Jack similar. Ask. I will go back to win. Hear this.
When it's a election hasn't been
Right.
over that, so it's that you don't feel.
That question I got in the Senate on Friday by one of the opposition members. They said the same thing. Why did...
So you them say the same thing.
The Prime Minister go to East Westmoreland? Why it took him so long to go there? And I had to show in the Senate a video of the Prime Minister in Westmoreland 48 hours after the hurricane.
48 after we talk. It's not 48 hours. Or more than that.
More than that. More than that.
Yes.
So I'll do that one. And I know Minister McKenzie is going to take some other ones. The opposition being on any committee, just noting that the Disaster Risk Committee Council has the opposition on that. That is one in terms of the...
Hey, you know the council. That's, hey, when I'm talking foolishness, you know, we are talking about them set up committee right now for dealing with whatever.
Exactly.
New initiatives, I have said time and again.
What she talk about is a total different thing from the question, you know. A deflection, you know. It's a deflection, ladies and gentlemen. Them is very skillful. You hear me, I tell you? Very skillful.
And that cabinet is looking at using the national partnership as an oversight body. We've not finalized anything yet, but that's what we've been looking at. And the National Partnership Council has the opposition on it. We have 2 representatives from the
National Partnership Council of Opposition. Then they might go back and tell you one bag of foolishness. This is not an answer. You have to listen to them. This is garbage. Then they set up some board and oversight because they go and continue for thief. Continue.
Position there is Senator Lambert Brown, and there is also Anthony Hilton on that committee that also has the church and the private sector on there, and academia and other trade unions are also there. So that is what we are looking at, and I will confirm once we have a final submission in cabinet on the disaster, on the new committee NARA, and how that committee will be overseen. Once that is done, I will come back here and give you the final decision.
Well, the committee done set up. It done. Remember, you know, things are run now for 1 month. Or when the committee they done, when it's set up, then I will come back and tell you.
Has been taken, but no final decision has been taken, and we believe very much in the oversight element that it has to go out.
Oversight element, but you not do it because you know something that speak out, you know.
Side of government. I think the others were for you, Minister McKenzie.
First of all,
yes.
I think you answered the question about the
Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to something else.
Well, in relation to the question of the Prime Minister taking 2 weeks to visit the areas, the Prime Minister did yesterday explain that Jamaica don't have the luxury of a lot of helicopters.
So we have 8 and then talk about 5, 8. And no turn, after them say we have the most super helicopters, no one say not the luxury. And them have pick up the soldier, remember we have to them get out here, you know. Soldier them never do nothing, hear this.
Minister.
So, we don't have the luxury of helicopters, but when the argument of United Cajun official group allegedly given the government assurances that they have the equipment necessary for search and rescue, all they would need is the government's approval to have those equipment come to Jamaica. If you guys have a limited amount of helicopters, why didn't you guys take that offer from the United Cajun official? I think that's a good question. And I would really love to have somebody answer that from the government. Why? Why is it? Somebody make that make sense. You don't have enough helicopter. Cajun official, United Cajun official, it is reported that they were offering the government the aid and the equipment and the personnel, the experienced personnel that they have to assist in doing recovery, right? Rescue, and distribution and evacuation. And it is alleged that you told them, no man, we're good. We have it locked. So how comes now we are hear this? So we don't have limited helicopter. As a built-in excuse, why the Prime Minister don't reach the people them all now?
I did. Within less than 48 hours visited.
Less than 48 hours, you know a lie.
Lie that.
So that's a lie.
That's a lie.
Continue. Remember the people that come and ask them, but them they know we have an kind of things, right?
Yeah.
You know a lie.
I lie that.
I watch it straight. Alright. I remember things documented. Maybe just remind them. So when them say things, we just put it up. Yeah? It show your time stamp. Continue.
All the parishes that were affected. So the Prime Minister did in fact visited all the parishes that were affected within the first 48 hours, but a more extensive tour was done in Westmoreland because Westmoreland was the area that the hurricane entered the island.
Yo, that brother, hey, me I tell you say JLP is killing up. When Dr. Dayton Campbell come and an appeal, say, oh, nobody no come, I will not see them, and Westmoreland was neglected. Now the man them try to change the argument 1 month after we say, you know, the reason why the Prime Minister went there is because it was the most affected and ground zero. When the man them did declare say sentences with a ground zero, yo, you see the deflection, the lies, the miss, yo, the money are evil, you know? Man of lies, brother.
And what the Prime Minister did by taking the team of CARICOM leaders was something good, because the Prime Minister could have gone to St. Elizabeth, he could have gone to Hanover, but we went to Westmoreland, and no one should try to put anything, any motive at all whatsoever with where the Prime Minister have visited. Okay, the Prime Minister have visited all of the affected areas. In regards to the opposition,
the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Which all? You come like this man here smoke. Hold on there. Breaks. Hold on there. Wait. Hold on a minute, them people. No, you see, are the lies them we not gonna tolerate, you know. We not gonna tolerate the lie them. We're just not going to tolerate the lies. You know, hold on there for me, them people. Give me a quick second there. Give me a quick second. Let me blouse and skirt go here so because make me go here so.
Mothers and children just on a sheet of zinc or on a piece of tarpaulin. Right? There's still houses without tarpaulin that are yet to be
from
Let us hear from Miss Perkins, cause I think I missed something here.
Mark Golding, my colleagues.
Yes.
To the viewers. For the people of Eastern Hanover.
Yes.
The date October 28th marked the beginning of a crisis that continues weeks later. Let me be clear.
Yes.
About what Hurricane Melissa did to Eastern Hanoverians. Because the scale of devastation has been systematically underreported.
Oh!
And in many cases, completely ignored by the media coverage.
Okay.
Every single word hold.
How is it possible, ladies and gentlemen, for the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the media PR man personified, to go to every affected area in Jamaica? And Miss Perkins is here telling us that the damage that has been done in Hanover has been covered by the mainstream media. If Andrew honestly walk go all that damaged area them, the mainstream media walk with him. Mainstream media would be walking with the Prime Minister every single way him go, according to Desmond McKenzie. Desmond, stop telling lies. According to you, hear this?
Where the Prime Minister have visited. Okay, the Prime Minister have visited all of the affected areas.
All of the affected areas. Then how comes? We're at
between the government officials and the
hold on there, sorry my people.
Of Hanover from its former from Government Bill Troy. Approximately 2
Yes, continue, Mama. Sorry about that.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes.
Party President Mark Golding.
Yes.
To the viewers. For the people of Eastern Hanover.
Yes.
The date October 28th marked the beginning of a crisis that continues weeks later.
Weeks.
Let me be clear.
Yes.
About what Hurricane Melissa did
to
Eastern Hanoverians.
All right.
Because the scale of devastation has been systematically underreported.
Yes.
And in many cases, completely
ignored. Okay. Completely ignored and underreported. How is it possible that that is the case when Andrew Ones go all affected areas? The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Lie them a tell. Tired of it. And somebody need to call them out. Unbelievable.
Single word house in Eastern Hanover has been affected, damaged, destroyed. Approximately 5,000 houses are without roofs. Every farm in the constituency suffered severe damage. Half of our health centers sustained significant structural damage.
Yes.
Our schools. Our schools are so badly affected.
Yes.
This morning, I got a call from the principal of Brownsville Primary. And she asked me who is responsible for the persons in the shelters.
Yes.
Her name is Miss Buckner.
Right.
She has started school last week because parents are not able to help the children at home and prepare them for exams that are coming in a few months. And so she rushed to open Brownsville Primary. And I understand. But she's crying out for help because she cannot be the person that is responsible for the persons that are now staying in the shelter.
Yes.
So I'm asking government to pay attention to the schools
All of our schools have been affected. Most of the schools in Eastern Hanover, they have no roof. Residents in Chigwell, Forest, Woodsville, and other areas were trapped for weeks. There is a man-made bridge in Woodsville from 2022. That bridge was partially collapsed. It was in 2023, it went down for good. The residents are in dire need of attention from government. That man-made bridge was destroyed again. And so the residents of the Woodsville area, they're asking for urgent attention.
You think that if Andrew Honest did know about this because he visit the most affected areas, the lady would have to come on here and speak about it? Huh? And if Andrew Honest truly have been to all the affected areas, the fact that they are not getting the assistance that they need, what does that say about the government? Everywhere they turn Macajuk them, then can't, there's no excuses. There is no excuses for this wicked and uncaring government. None. None. Have they cut their salary yet? From the 200 to 300% increase that they got? They have not done everything they can do, ladies and gentlemen, to help the people. They have neglected the people. And this is what the lady is talking about, the neglect of Hanover.
In regards to the opposition claim,
I lie, Mattel.
And nobody correct him.
Lie, Mattel.
Nobody correct him.
No way. Andrew got all the affected areas then.
Continue.
That was established is a subcommittee of cabinet. So you have to be a member of the subcommittee of cabinet to sit on that subcommittee. So this argument about not sitting on relief committees, the minister, my colleague, have just outlined that based on the structure of the National Disaster Response Committee, the Prime Minister is the chairman, I am the deputy chairman.
It's a different committee, but disaster committee, they're not even using it. You have a committee now where them deal with, where look over the whole thing.
Oversight committee.
So about this and that is bullshit.
Oversight committee and disaster committee is two different things, you know. It's like the man them have a comprehension problem. And then them have spread misinformation and confuse the people. Because they know some most of the people them not read, you know. So they can say these things and they just go over them head. Because the people them not educated enough. They don't know enough. They don't understand things enough. And this them do, you know.
Leader of the opposition is a member of that committee. We do have meetings, and I recall having several meetings during period that we...
This is an overnight, right? I'm saying affected areas. We shall lie because we didn't go somewhere in Westmoreland on the 30th. Not before, but less than 48 hours, no. Little more than 48, 2 days. Him not go east. Him just go on the good place and then go down.
Yeah, one JLP area.
The police.
Yeah, one JLP area.
Him attack a garbage. Him.
Yeah, rubbish him attack.
And when him say about helicopter, I say helicopter could not land. I was sure he said helicopter could not land.
Yes.
I saw them lie, you know.
The man they lie.
Invited the opposition spokesperson on local government. I don't want the impression to be given that the government is bypassing the opposition.
What did them do? So
that is exactly what them do. I'm going to show you say that them do. And them continue to do it. TikTok. Ian Hills. Ian Hills. We're going to show you how them are bypass the people. Them. I'm going to show you. Look at this. Look at this, people.
This is how the Ministry of Labor and Social Security distribute food in Western
Yes,
They
look
find
at
the
this.
JLP areas and they distribute food in the name of the government. Now look at this.
Uh-huh.
Look at this.
Uh-huh.
This is the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
See there?
In Western.
On the back of the van, Ministry of Labor, SSS. See there? See there?
And Westmoreland.
See there?
Distributing food.
Yes.
The Member of Parliament knows nothing about it.
Nothing about it.
You see the level of partisan politics.
Yes.
That the JLP is
criminal
playing as we
them.
speak.
Criminal.
Look.
Criminal
Look,
them.
look for yourself.
Wicked.
Look for yourself, Jamaica.
Wicked.
Look for yourself.
Government. Anytime I see the yellow tag. Anytime I see the yellow license plate, a government vehicle that.
About good governance.
Wickedness.
Government vehicle.
Tired of the lies now.
Distributing food to only Jamaica Labour Party supporters.
We are tell we say. Look at that. Look there.
Thank you. Leader of the opposition.
Look at that. We are tell we say.
Since how Western Westmoreland, good morning.
Yes.
So a lot of you have been calling me and asking me, why would we take up $150 million of taxpayer money in Jamaica?
Yes.
And lend to a foreign company because JPS is a foreign.
Bright ideas, Wagwan.
Only owns 20%.
Silky touch,
JPS.
Wagwan.
So I'm going to break it down to you where I'm going to try and break it down where the regular man the license, but they have 2-year leave on the license. The government wrote to JPS and basically tell JPS, well, we're going to renegotiate at some point down the road. We're going to sit down again at the table because you only have 2-year leave on your lease. What happened? Hurricane Melissa came. So JPS said it's around $500 million to fix back all of the broken lines in the country, to fix up back everything so you can have electricity. It's going to take $500 million. So JPS wanted to renegotiate, get the negotiations done, and then go out and borrow the money on their own from private bank or from private people. JPS wanted to do that, you know. They wanted to extend the lease, to get some more years on the lease, to go out and go borrow the money on their own because the lease could make them get the money to borrow. You, the taxpayers of this country, wouldn't have to pay no money. I lend JPS $150 million. The government said no.
Yes.
We don't do it, sir. We're going to give loan JPS the $150 million to start fixing up the line. Now, Minister Vaz said, you know what, it is $350 million to ensure that you can get electricity between December and January. $350 million. Anything you hear me say is US dollars me talking about. So what has happened? The government take $150 million, United States dollars, from the consolidated fund where everybody pay their tax, you know.
Yes.
And lend it to the JPS to fix up the lines. Now look, I am of the view that you fix the house first. You give poor people them house first and you help fix up the country first. Make sure you have a roof over your head.
Yes.
Not to give you electricity first.
Yes.
But make sure
you have a roof over your head
first. So the majority of citizens in Westmoreland, in St. Elizabeth, in parts of St. James and in parts of Hanover.
Yo, me tell you, say government I work back way, you know. Me tell you, say the man name is, yo, brother, I said it on my live yesterday. How are you going to give the people them light and them not have a house? So you're going to just turn on the light pan them while them they under the elements they under them tarpaulin they under. Oh God, man, there's a shine light for the people them embarrassment. How is like, you know what I mean? The man they rather fix infrastructure than fix the people them life, bro. And are the same people they need to pay tax. I see them people they need to be productive so tax can collect. So the country can rebuild. And the man them focus on the thing where they focus on afterwards. You hear what the man say? JPS could have gotten the money if they had secured a deal. You know, every time this government go against the People's National Party, you know, say they always go wrong because you know long Philip Palwell has been screaming at the top of his lungs. Why have they not secured a deal with JPS yet? Why have they not discussed the deal? They might give them recommendations. We need to change this. We need to change that so we can benefit the people of Jamaica. If they had listened to Philip Palwell, we would not be in a situation where they might contemplate to go lend them $150 million of our tax dollars from our consolidated fund that we, the people, actually need to rebuild the people in house. 4 billion out of that can't help out of that 24 billion they will give JPS. 4 billion can't help to rebuild some houses or enough of them, or even help to repair some of them, help the people them halfway. Right? Help the people them halfway so they can get back on their feet and start be productive. These people are moving backwards, brother. They might work in a reverse. They're gonna play that back again because, yo, I know, sorry. Phone almost dropped. You know something? I don't like that something I do. That's something I gonna mash up my phone, you know. I don't like that. I'm sorry, say, make them buy. First I buy one, but you know, stable. Anyway, let me play this back so you can understand.
You have been called. Western Westmoreland, good morning. So a lot of you have been calling me and asking me, why would we take up $150 million US of taxpayer money in Jamaica and lend to a foreign company because JPS is a foreign company. The government only owns 20% of JPS. So I'm going to break it down to you I'm going to try and break it down where the regular man on the street can understand it. So JPS had a license, but they have 2-year leave on the license.
Right.
The government wrote to JPS and basically tell JPS, well, we're going to renegotiate at some point down the road. We're going to sit down again at the table because you only have 2-year leave on your lease. What happened? Hurricane Melissa came. So JPS said it's around $500 million US to fix back all of the broken lines in the country, fix up back everything so you can have electricity. It's going to take $500 million US.
Right.
So JPS wanted to renegotiate, get the negotiations done, and then go out and borrow the money on them own from private bank or from private people.
Yes.
JPS wanted to do that, you know. They wanted to extend the lease, to get some more years on the lease, to go out and go borrow the money on them own because the lease could make them get the money. You, the taxpayers of this country, wouldn't have to pay no money. I lend JPS $150 million US. You wouldn't have to do that. The government...
Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you... Now with this revelation and this understanding, you have to ask yourself the question, why is the government, why is Daryl Vaz so eager to lend JPS our money when JPS wanted to do it another way? Why are they so eager? Tell me why. Is it incompetence or is it skullduggery? Because we know so they don't care about the people. We know they don't care about the people. So is it incompetence or is it skullduggery? Mighty God, JPS wanted to extend them loan. They can't extend their loan, you know, and change the stipulations of the loan, you know. Customize the stipulations. Certain concessions that JPS get, they don't need to get them anymore because it doesn't benefit the people of Jamaica. So they can give them a reconstruction of the actual lease and extend it. That can be done, yes? So why them not do it? So JPS can go borrow the money themselves. Why them don't do that? Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Make it make sense.
No, we don't do it, sir. We're going to give loan JPS the $150 million for start fixing up the line.
Yes.
Now, Minister Vaz said, you know what, it is $350 million to ensure that you can get electricity between December and January. $350 million US dollars. Anything you hear me say is US dollars I'm talking about. So what has happened? The government take $150 million, United States dollars, from the consolidated fund that everybody pay their tax in, and lend it to the JPS to fix up the lines. Now look, I am of the view that you fix the house first. You give poor people them house first and you help fix up the country first. Make sure you have a roof over your head first. Not to give you electricity first, but make sure you have a roof over your head first. So the majority of citizens in Westmoreland, in St. Elizabeth, in parts of St. James and in parts of Hanover, that you don't have a roof, what the minister is saying is, we will give you the electricity and then we as the government go and deal with the roof thing. Me personally, I would want to see the city.
Hey, Kerr. Kira Blood say, wait a minute. 150 million US, yes. I'm a Jamaican. Kerr, Kerry, Kara, Kira. I'm a Jamaican, babes. Babes. Yo, a 24 billion Jamaican dollar we are talking about, you know. 24 billion Jamaican dollars we're talking about. I don't know. You need to follow me on YouTube and watch my YouTube because I'm mostly on YouTube, not on here. Alright? But I said this yesterday. I said 4 billion of that 24 billion could be used to help the people in the most affected areas to build back them house or give them some supplies to do their own repairs and do their own rebuilding. I said it. 4 billion, not 20 billion, you know. 4 billion out of the 24 billion. 50 million to you know, Mr. Vaz, you know, Dwayne Vaz. 50 million to Ian Hills. 50 million to Dr. Dayton Campbell. Miss Bennett. And also Miss Perkis, Queen of the South, of course, right? All of these people, Jess, Zolika Jess, $50 million, right? To take care of the people that are affected. Yeah. And he still want to reach 1 billion if I give all of them 50 million. Because 1 billion is 1 billion is 1,000 million, right? And that is 10 times 100 million. So it's actually 20 different MPs could get $50 million. You understand? Each. I don't think we have 20 MPs in the most affected areas of Jamaica. You have St. Ann, you have East Portland, you have Trelawney. Yeah, you probably have 20. So $1 billion could really do well to ease the problem in the first month of this crisis that we have been in. And we would have seen some real progress in those areas. You have people out there, you know, that are actually helping to build people's houses for free, you know. So if we have an effort from the government of 50 million to the MPs, plus those people that are actually helping and being humanitarians. Oh God, man, come on, man. Come on, man. The government will be leading the way in a quick recovery effort, right? And they have each MP in badly affected constituency. Exactly, with 10 million Jamaican dollars. And I tell them, so they if you give persons 100,000, 100,000 and 10 people are going to get 100,000 out of. Let me tell you something, man. You see? 100 people are going to get 100,000 out of 10 million. Right? I that them tell themselves to do with the 10 million, you know. That's the instructions that they gave them. Right? So, me I tell you, say, I know we see this with JPS and 150 million US. Enough people think, you know, say, I realize that a lot of people think it's Jamaica and Nigeria. People, it's 150 million US dollars that this government is planning to lend off our tax dollars to JPS when there is another option. No man. The $10 million is to help people with the $10 million is to help people with them with housing and so. That's what the $10 million is for. The government are dealing with the infrastructure part. You understand? Through government contract and stuff like that. We didn't get the answer, you know? When you say it's not for housing, hold on there. I'm going to play one video and make a hear. Hold on.
Citizens of Western Westmoreland, roof be dealt with first.
I'm going to play one video and make a
Christmas
hear.
is 4 weeks away. Put them in the house first. Put them in a house first. Help them repair first. Help them ensure that they get a roof over their head first. And then ultimately, while we are putting on the roofs on top of the homes across the country or doing repair, negotiate with JPS while they're fixing now. Negotiate with JPS. Put the terms in which we as a country, because I'm upset with JPS at times, but look, new leadership at JPS now giving us a different kind of service. So put in, ensure that you negotiate now and say to JPS, say, this is what we want as a country, this is what we don't want to see ever
French
again.
Montana one.
Make JPS go borrow the money. Where the next 200 million US dollars going to come from to give JPS? From the consolidated, from the poor people money again? What we should have done is negotiated with JPS, sit down at the table, ensure that they can go out and borrow the money from private banks. So in case anything happens, it's not the poor people of this country leave hole in the bag. That's number one. And the second thing we should have done is ensure that after almost 5 weeks now,
Simple
and most areas still don't, no assessment have been done as yet, to ensure that the assessment, the people, I'm going to break it down to you. The government and the people them to come look by your house to ensure that they can fix the house while giving you the electricity at the same time. I don't know how this going to work out. I don't know how it's going to end. But we all are in this together. Your 150 million US dollars gone already from the little taxes that you pay. Let's just see how this one ends. But those are my views, and those are the views that I will share this morning with my constituency. Western.
Let me play something for Kira. Kira, let me play something for your babes. Listen to this.
The government officials are present to continue to represent and advocate on behalf of your residents and your constituents on issues that concern them most, issues that you might not have an opportunity in the parliament to raise because of the rules of the parliament. In a time like this, a very sensitive time when the most vulnerable are most at risk, we expect that practice would ensure that there is collaboration between the government officials and the elected representatives to ensure that persons can benefit. In my constituency, I have had to sit and watch as persons approach me the day before a visit to ask me if I heard that the Minister of Local Government is coming into the constituency, what is it that they're coming to do, where can they meet them, and I have no answer to the questions because I was not notified in advance. In my constituency, first the Speaker of the House came, and perhaps she came in her capacity as an individual outside of the politics, but by her utterances, she made statements to suggest that she had visited communities, and every community that she visited, residents were not hopeful that they would get any assistance from me as the Member of Parliament. And I thought it was very unfortunate that in a time like this, we would seek to sow seeds of division and discord. Because the Speaker of the House visited 3 communities, all strongholds of the Jamaica Labour Party. Not one PNP community was visited. Not one PNP community was given any of the care packages. In fact, the areas visited are well known: Rocky Hill, Santa Cruz, Burn Savannah, which is regarded by Edward Seaga as Little Tivoli. No reference was made to any other communities. But the Speaker formed the conclusion that every community she visited were not hopeful that they would get help to build back houses or
listen up, Kira, listen up.
I speak on that because she came into the community on Saturday morning, and by Saturday afternoon, the Minister of Local Government also visited the constituency. He distributed care packages to the sitting Labour Party council. But I was informed of 3 other councillors who happened to be PNP councillors were also not in the Minister of Local Government's visit. And of course, they got no packages from the Minister. Only the JLP Council received packages. And finally, the Minister of Justice came on Friday. And my constituency office happened to be right next door to the venue that he visited. I was not notified in advance. Now, it doesn't matter. I see the statement from the Minister, and labeling a statement as being contained or filled with lies or accusing me of lying does not make it untrue, and it does not change the facts. The facts remain, as I stated in my earlier video, that the Minister came into the constituency without prior notice. The Minister came into the constituency, handed out or distributed supplies. It doesn't matter if it was 7 or 77. The parliamentary practice, the convention still remains. It is improper to visit an MP's constituency without prior notice. That is a practice that has long been observed. And if it is that the government is now departing from that practice, then we need to know why. Because we're striving towards good governance. In England, they have codified that almost, in a sense, by having ministers' code, which set that out, that ministers of government must notify and not just give just passing notice on the day, but put notice. Perhaps it is time for us to implement that here in Jamaica. Secondly, I speak on the issue of housing because the Speaker made mention that persons that she spoke with in the communities, the JLP communities that she visited, were not hopeful that they would get assistance. Many of it.
Kira, are you still here? I hope you're still here now. More you have to listen. Listen to this from the MP here. Listen to this. Let me slow it down as a matter of fact. Speaking on the matter of housing. Listen.
Members of Parliament, I also received only $10 million as an allocation for housing repair.
Ah, you hear that, Kira? They received $10 million for the allocation for housing repair. It is for housing, Kira. No, I'm listening to the MP, but just show you a while ago. I received me come with, you know. Listen.
Like many of these members of Parliament, I also received only $10 million as an allocation for housing repair.
Thank you very much.
On the very first day that my constituency office reopened after the hurricane, we had over 600 persons in attendance at the office.
Yes.
Asking for housing assistance. Over 600. And when I went into communities like Mosquito Bottom in Windsor, they didn't even know that there was a deadline given by the government to report on matters such as those. So their information was never captured.
No, how stupid is that? In a time when we have connectivity issues, how are you going to give the people a deadline without proper coordination with the MPs and proper resources for the MPs to go and actually manually say to these people, the deadline for allocation is this, to let us know that, yo, your house smash up or whatever. Yeah, man, you're good, Kira. I just want you to have clarity, right? Why would they do it like that? You see, this is the problem, you know. The inception of this, the inception of this entire effort they have put their foot in the wrong direction, and they have been continuing in the wrong direction and expecting not to be criticized and expecting not. It's nonsensical, man. It is nonsensical. From day one, the man them should have talks with every single MP and councillor. PMP, JLP, no matter who know the area them. Them go, them do them work. Send in the agent them with them, they know where to go. Send in the soldiers, send in the police. Give them equipment. I mean, the road bad, yo, go on a helicopter. Whatever you need to do. Go by sea. I don't care. Do the proper assessment from day one. The man them put their foot wrong from day one. And now they are trying to tell the people of Jamaica that they have done a good job and the government is this and the government. They have failed the people. And the failure is going to come right up back stinking at them nose based off of results because they put their foot wrong the first time and they have done nothing. They have done absolutely nothing to remedy the situation. What are they supposed to do? Stop playing politics. Unite with the PMP. Get the NGOs. Get the committee, the oversight committee. The way how the PMP said and proposed is the right thing to do. We need all hands on deck. All hands on deck. And they don't want to restore nothing, brother. They don't want to restore nothing all day. That is the impression I get, you know, based off their actions, you know. Right? And the more these people stay in these situations, in these communities, it's going to play on their mental health. How can you fix the light around people and fix their houses? How can you give JPS $150 million to turn on light, but the people them roof no fix? Oh, the hell, that a backway thinking, Patrick Wagwan. A backway thinking that, brother. Me sit down under one umbrella for my house. Me sit down under one zinc. Me sit down under one tarpaulin and see JPS at work and a fix back light. What can go so? What in the world can go so? That makes sense? And these people are getting paid 200 to 300% increase on their money. And this is the best that they can come up with. I refuse to believe that they are incompetent. Them is wicked. Them is wicked. They don't care about the people. Them only care about infrastructure. If you go back and listen to Andrew Ones, in one of his, the man said, the Jamaica is ripe for investment and investors. And the man them refuse to invest in the poor people and lose them house. And that's why I said on my live stream and I'll say it again. Anybody that is defending this government, please act as if I don't exist. Don't talk to me. Do not talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't deal with me. If you are supporting this evil, do not deal. And I'm so serious. I don't want nothing to do with you as a person. You are not a human being. You are an alien. You are an alien. Because it didn't happen to you. Because your house don't blow down. Because you have water and light. Oh, it's okay. While the people down there suffer. You don't care. Because it not happen to you. And you see, we do this, you know. We do this on micro levels, you know. And what this is we don't talk about a mindset change in Jamaica. And this me I talk about. We need to see each other as the same. Anything the government does to one Jamaican, them do it to all Jamaicans. It cannot be that them violate the human rights of people in a Kingston and the people in a Mobile now protest against that. And the people in a St. Mary, St. Anne, Westmoreland, Clarendon, everybody supposed to join hands in concert. And I say, yo, I want to do. I want to violate the people them rights. And we want to violate too. One another. One people united. Against any enemy, foreign or domestic. And if the government officials are enemy of the people, we have to stand against them legally as well and usher them out. And you notice I said legally. Legally. Because there's legal ways to do it. You guys need to go and sign the MAGNITSKY Act. Go and sign the MAGNITSKY Act. Right? If you're on YouTube and you look into my description, it is the first thing. Can you help me sign this petition? Boom. Click the link. Boom. We need 10,000 signatures. What is the aim? Implement the Magnitsky Act to challenge corruption and human rights violations in Jamaica. It's right there. Every single video. You look in the description of the video and you can find this link to this act. Right? If I go on my own live right now that I'm on YouTube, let me show you. Let me show you something. All right? My own live on YouTube. If Bolo Bvrclips, it don't matter. Any one of them. Look in the description here, so. Look in the live chat. I'm gonna show you something in the live chat. You see this thing named Nightbot? This AI or whatever you want to call it. Nightbot drops all the links. See it here? Can you help me sign? Can you help me by signing this petition? Boom, click the link. Boom, sign the petition. You understand? We need 10,000. We need 10,000 signatures, ladies and gentlemen. We need to go upon the link. And we need to get people upon the link to sign the link. We need 10,000 to sign the Magnitsky Act. So we can legally hold the government accountable. You know how much human rights violation going on in this response by the government? As far as I'm concerned, they have committed treason against the people of Jamaica. And they need to be held accountable for it because of them go-slow attitude. Them forgot prison. Few people them are dead. One man ride on a bicycle for 6 miles and couldn't get no water. And couldn't get no food. And just by timing for reaching near the place to get that, the man dropped down and dead. Because of the slow response of the government. And only if members say they have to hold them accountable. We have to hold them accountable because members say Andrew said this, you know. Let me find the clip. A clip they're supposed to ready, you know, man. Let me find the clip. Zine, go ahead on my WhatsApp. See it here? Remember Andrew said this. Remember Andrew only said this, ladies and gentlemen.
He's the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness. We spoke with him last night. What a day it has been.
Certainly, Prime Minister, thank you. What are you hearing about the impact of the storm? What kind of reports of damage are you getting?
Well, just as you have heard from your previous speaker, would include damage to hospitals.
Listen.
Significant damage to residential property,
listen,
housing, and commercial property as well, and damage to our road infrastructure. But I think that, you know, we have mounted a very incredible,
yes,
strong preparation
and
recovery
strategy,
and that will help us to ensure
yes,
that our citizens who may now be facing hardship,
yes,
that they can have confidence that the government will be able to reach them immediately after the storm is passed.
Yeah, I mean, when do you...
Andrew Holness on October 28, 2025 on CNN told the world that he will be able to reach the people. They can be confident that he will be able to reach the people immediately after the storm. And 1 month after the storm, some people still don't get reached yet. 1 month. 1 month. 1 month. Let me show you the article. For sure you say. The man them have the aid. The man them have the aid, yeah, and them don't give out the aid yet. See the article up on the cleaner. Zine, I could go back to it. The man them have the aid and the man them don't give it out yet, ladies. And as a matter of fact, hold on there. Look like an upon him there. I want observer that. No, I don't want observer. Gleaner, I say. Gleaner, yes. Gleaner. 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 Well, look, man, there with the helpless face. See there? Government says ODPEM relief funds untouched. As procurement plan is still in what? Development. So 1 month after the relief aid, you know, the same relief aid was supposed to reach the people immediately after the storm, you know. Right? If you didn't get assistance, you know. The man them in the development stages, you know, of the procurement plan. If I never for the artists them, if I never for some people from overseas will love Jamaica. fly down. Some people there before the storm. You have some agency Cajun, United Cajun official. Let me show you them on TikTok. United Cajun official was here before the storm hit. Let me show you some of the things them where them doing in the country. United Cajun official, Cajun Navy official. See them here? Let me show you some things that they've been doing in the country, in Jamaica, right? See the Hurricane Melissa?
Yes, man. Hurricane Melissa is coming, guys.
Approaching. Only see that? Hurricane Melissa is approaching. They were here before the storm, 10:26. These people have the equipment for rescue. Navy, retired Navy SEALs. The man will jump out of helicopter, them man there. Come to Jamaica and say, yo, government, we just need to figure with the okay. Yeah, man, we have the equipment them can rescue people them. What I want to say? That was reported. Said that happened. And the government said, we're good enough. We're good. See that? The man them there before the storm. Me no cap no in my rap. This is the 26th of October when Hurricane Melissa approached Jamaica. Watch out.
The whole of this place. Water is running along here. All flood off.
The man them have people on the ground. The man them have people on the ground. The man they now play a bit. Yo, why me I tell you, man? Me I tell you, say, yo, brother. Yo, Jano Star. Listen to this.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian from the United Cajun Navy. I'm coming to you live from our warehouse here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. As you can see, we have the place packed to the rafters. We have been loading trucks all week. We've been responding to emergencies in western Alaska, over in southeast Montana, and yes, we are now loading up and being prepared for Hurricane Melissa's imminent landfall in Jamaica. We have folks on the ground waiting to take assessment.
People. Yeah, the man said them have folks on the ground waiting to give assessment. Them a man when they operate better than the government. This was on the 27th of October. The man them have a warehouse full of things. And the man them have people on the ground to tell them, say, alright, which part mash up, how much water you need, how much this you need, how much that you need. The man them are professional at this, them do all over the world. Any disaster go them help. Brother, I'm telling you something, man. The man them organize. And the government of Jamaica organize. Before the hurricane reach you, man, them they on the ground. The man they on the ground. See the evidence? Yo, we said there is no excuses for the government. Me I tell you some want to charge them for humanitarian crime. I don't think a joke me I make. The man if he get charged, anybody were dead unnecessarily after the storm because of lack of relief and lack of aid. Whoever commits suicide, they figure prison feet. Prison. I'm serious about that, brother. Legally, we have to hold them money responsible and accountable. How is it possible that these people are operating in this manner, but our government that has all this resource, right? And come on national television can tell the world, say, we have mounted a credible preparedness and recovery response and we'll be able to reach the people immediately. And 1 week after, people not even see him and him fly past East Westmoreland. And when him get criticized for it, oh my friend, I couldn't land. Oh my friend, I couldn't land. And that him I tell people, you better wake up and know who the enemy is. And stop pet the snake and the dragon. And that me I tell you no. I want to the man. The man is wicked, brother. Look on this. The man is ready already. Look there.
Needs are, and we're still waiting to see where this shifty, tricky hurricane is going to make landfall. Now, our meteorologists are all over it, though. They're talking about a beta drift. The system's moving a little bit further to the west, but it will make landfall somewhere in Jamaica, either tonight or tomorrow morning, and the United Cajun Navy will be ready. We just got an update of what's going on right now.
Yeah, what the man say. We will be ready. And they were ready, ladies and gentlemen. They were ready. The government of Jamaica was not ready. The man, they make an organization outside of Jamaica more ready than them. Andrew Honest dismantled the ODPEM last minute, and I talk about him a create structure because he see gaps. And I move this a person here and I carry it in the office of the Prime Minister. And the man when put in front don't know him hand from him foot. The man don't know him hand from him foot. Let me go to Exhibit A. For sure you say the man don't know him hand from him foot. Mr. Crawford, Damian Crawford question. As a matter of fact, I don't need to go so far. All me have to do go to the PMP website. Because I think then they put it up by itself. The man name is a colossal failure. A total failure. And them are failing in real time and I make excuses. Total failure. There is no excuses for this. Absolutely no excuses for this, ladies and gentlemen. Can't go wrong thing. Right? Let me see. Team. You must up on this. Where Damian Crawford a question the brother? Where they? Oh yes, Sita.
But I want to go back
Sita.
to the distribution of aid.
Yes.
Can you remind me of the number of packages that the government has distributed?
Oh, sorry. You don't want the information for sign the petition? Take my number. Fastest way that. Fastest way. But if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like I said, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which it is right here on the screen, you can see that, right? Yes? For the people on TikTok, that is, because the people on YouTube are already there. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, boom. Any video you go to, whether upload or live stream, when you click on the video and you go to the description, see, that's the views, how long ago the video make, and boom, when you open up the description right at the very top, it says, can you help me out by signing this petition? You click the link under it and you go and you put in your email. Once you put in your email and follow the steps, do not donate to the petition. Do not donate to the petition. Alright? This petition is by Mr. Will Rattigan. Alright, let me go to his page. He's the one, he's the lawyer. You understand? He's the one that made us aware of this international act that protects citizens of countries from governments that are rogue. Yes, Mr. Will Rattigan. Corrupt governments. See it here? This is his page. Alright? But I don't think he has it in his description anymore. If I'm not mistaken. I don't think him have it. He might deal with some election thing now, so. Yeah, I don't see it here. So I put it in my description because I'm pressing for people to sign it. And I put it in my chat. So this is the page. This is Mr. Will Rattigan, a Jamaican, a former supervisor for the FBI, now a lawyer. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot, see? I guess he was talking about the act here, so. This was 7 months ago. Let me see if we can find it. And at that point, it was at what, 1,000 signatures. And so, let me see. Let me go to the, oh, there it is. Wait. No, I don't see it yet. Come on. I'm trying to find the part where he's talking about the act. Ah, there it is. There it is.
Dum.
Here it is.
Well, I gotta do that. I just want to big up mama, big up daddy, and big up all of the man. Come on, people, man. We only have 6 minutes. We only have 6 minutes and we have 829 devices. And sign the thing, man. Sign the thing if no one will government accountable, you know.
You hear that?
And then he said the Kroll report paid for with taxpayers' dollars stolen by JP. Actually, I want to tell you that the UK government subsidized the payment of that report. They put some money there. And what happened, we had people in England trying to get the report, and them come out and say, well, we can't give you the report. But we're trying to get that report. We're trying. We'll find a politician in England, well, we'll get the report. One way or the other. We have either in Jamaica or the UK. We're going to get the report. Just be patient. So here it is, people, the petition. Right there. Just go to change.org. And like I said, change.org. Some of you send money to them, and I mean, send the money to us, One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation.
You hear that?
But what they did was they
send the money to them. Do not send it to the petition. If you want to donate, the information should be in the description of his newest videos, how to donate. All right, this was a video from 7 months ago. All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Zin?
Uncovering political...
That is the petition. If you want to hold government accountable, right? See it here, how to donate, boom. You go to him page, right? And I definitely support you supporting them. Zelle, donate to them. They are doing a lot of work for us, the people of Jamaica, legally. And they need funding. All right, ladies and gentlemen, support Mr. Will Rattigan and the Legal Defense Fund. Zine, that is it. So let's go back to this.
I think it was 116,000. 15,000. It was indicated too that partners would have been distributed. Do you have information about that number from the partners?
Not in my notes here, but I can indicate, for example, that the World Food Kitchen is one of our stronger partners. To date, they have done just 1.3 million.
I have to speed up this. Can't make him talk so slow.
Packages that the government has distributed to this point.
Swag Jeezy, big up.
15,000. It was indicated too that partners would have been distributed. Do you have information about that number from the partners?
Right, hold on there. So me at the weapon farm against, I mean, not even see this at E-Data. Come on from my page. Me at the weapon farm against Jamaica. And Jonas can't certify assets. You stink. Craig, you know me, I'm going to make you a moderator. Craig, you see anytime I see them people that come on my page, yeah man, just remove them here. Never by that time them out. Just remove them completely so they can't come back on my page. Alright? Yeah man, hide them forever. Okay? Good. Stink and talk about me a weapon the farm against.
I can indicate, for example, that the World Food Kitchen is one of our stronger partners. To date, they've done just 1.3 million hot meals into various communities.
Right, but that's not packages. That's what
exactly, that's all.
They will give a daily distribution of hot meals. So if we work with the 116, you also indicated that you estimate that each package would serve about 4 people.
Yes.
Yes, for 4 days.
For 4 days. So with about 20 days gone, then we should have had about 5 rotations.
That is ideal.
That is ideal. So with this number, which would have indicated that if it was serving a family of 4, then at best, each family would have received 1/5 of the time, or 1/5 of the families would have received enough times. Which one is the more likely circumstance?
What you looking at, Sky?
Repeat this for my clarity.
Mighty God.
For the 5 periods that would have existed since the hurricane.
People, you see the difference between people who know what they do and people incompetent? The man are looking at the sky. The man is looking in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you about people who know what they do. Listen to this.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian from the United States Navy. I'm coming to you live from our warehouse here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. As you can see, we have the place
Watch that.
to the
proof, evidence, ready.
We have been loading trucks all week. We've been responding to emergencies in western Alaska, over in southeast Montana, and yes, we are now loading up and being prepared for Hurricane Melissa's imminent landfall in Jamaica.
Being what? Prepared for Hurricane Melissa's imminent landfall
Jamaica. We have folks on the ground waiting to take assessments, let us know what the needs are, and we're
The man them have people on the ground to give them assessment, to make them know what the needs of the people are, so them can pack the plane with the right things them. Hello?
Waiting to see where this shifty, tricky hurricane is going to make landfall. And, our meteorologists are all over it, though. They're talking about a beta drift. The system's moving a little bit further to the west, but it will make landfall somewhere in Jamaica.
Ladies and gentlemen, if United Cajun did send them stuff to the government, I'll know the people them want to get the relief. You don't believe me? If you don't believe me, say you don't believe me. What this say? Government says ODPEM relief funds untouched as procurement plan still in development. Mighty God. After 1 month, the level of incompetence by these people. And you see if they need incompetent and they need to suffer people and then and I put their life in a danger, I would be angry, but I wouldn't be this angry. I would not be this angry, ladies and gentlemen. The man them incompetence is putting the people them in danger. Meanwhile, United Cajun Navy official is doing this.
Tonight or tomorrow morning, and the United
On
Cajun
October
Navy will be
27th.
ready. We just got an update of what's going on right now as Hurricane Melissa is slowly starting to make its way toward Jamaica. Let's go check that out now.
Huh? The people them ready. 27th of October that. The people are ready.
And out front now, AJ Frazier, a Marine rescue swimmer who is helping the Cajun Navy in Jamaica. AJ, you just heard Matthew there.
People, wanna see all the Cajun Navy official? Wanna see all the man them official? The man them there on CNN. That is how official them is. Listen this again, because I don't feel like a joke thing. And then my man and the man they refuse. Listen to
and
this.
out front now, AJ Frazier, a Marine rescue swimmer who is helping the Cajun Navy in Jamaica.
A Marine rescue swimmer. The man them train, the man them know if it do. Why wouldn't the government of Jamaica say, Cajun Navy, please help us? Come right in. What do you need? We can collaborate with the JCF. Let's get everybody that is in danger out of danger. That don't make sense. This was October 27th, ladies and gentlemen. CNN.
AJ, you just heard Matthew there, and he had flown through the storm. How dangerous do you expect it will be?
Well, I think it's important for everyone to know what's going on. I've been doing hurricane rescue nonstop since Hurricane Harvey. The only one I missed was Michael when it comes to the U.S. landfalls. I remember Hurricane Helene, and we were having issues with FEMA because they wouldn't let us use our helicopters and our airplanes to rescue people who were trapped in the mountains.
Mighty God. People, on the ear confirmation said the man them have rescue helicopter and aeroplanes and equipment. FEMA blocked them. You hear the man I tell you? And it appears that that's what happened to them in Jamaica. They were blocked by the government. Allegedly. They were blocked by the government. Why did they get blocked by the government allegedly? And the government tell them, say them ready and them alright? The government need to come out and answer them question. Did they block the Cajun official from bringing in them helicopters and them planes? Did they block them? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe they did. And let me tell you why. Because if the government gave them the go-ahead, the Cajun official has no reason why they wouldn't send them. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is what they do, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see all over their page that they have documented how much they have helped Jamaica. See? This was on the 28th when the storm was here.
Bring Brian Trasher in here for a few minutes. He's the vice president of the Cape.
Look how the man named official, the man named on our next news station. Jesus have mercy. People, Jamaica government drop a ball. Jamaica government drop the ball. The man name is official. All the government have to do is go and do some research about the man them. Quick research. Call the government of the United States and say, yo, Mr. Such and such. You see a man who come to Jamaica what day? What can you tell us about the Cajun official? Navy, Cajun Navy official. What can you tell us about them? Well, you know, they have done all types of rescue missions all over America and other parts close to America, you know, where hurricanes are concerned and disasters. That's what they do. Okay, thank you. Boom. Yeah, man, when you come in with the new equipment, then, my general. We need all our help we can get. Done it, you know? You know how much people that get rescued already? And all right and safe? And taken out of those deadly areas that they were in? And would have been given aid and would have been fed. So basically, the Cajun official, United Cajun Navy official, they have been crippled in terms of the speed of which they can move to give people aid because they were not able to get all their equipment in Jamaica. I just want you guys, and whose fault is that? Huh? Whose fault is that? Mighty God. And here we are with this level of incompetence. Look at this. This level of incompetence.
Distributed enough food for one
ODPEM under Andrew
So if it is one per family, then they would have received 1/5 of the time that you desired.
Yes.
Or was it 1/5 of the family received enough rotations?
The rest of it might be a mix of the two. Because we have been back into locations to issue products.
So in that case, therefore, there would be some persons that would have been in a rotation, indicating that there might be quite a bit of persons that have not been touched by government.
The possibility could exist.
How quickly could we get that information so that we can cauterize and immediately solve that situation?
We could see to work on it just to complete this week.
Is there any desire to work with members of parliament?
People, sometimes I think so bad, me have to laugh, yeah, man, because just for them make me fuse bust in my head, me have to laugh and take off some of my steam. Yo, the man have to pause and look in the sky for answer. The man have to pause and look in the sky for answer. Eh? The other day, my man there fear the man. I'm not even playing no more this now with him, you know. The other day, my man there fear the man for hear from Fairval Williams. Unbelievable. Where they? He them not put it up yet. Let me look for it. PMP, the man to hear from Fairval Williams. Quiet like a lamb when I hear from Fairval. Not even in a press. We don't see her with the Prime Minister walk. We the delegate them. We don't hear from the lady. I mean, we should not demand to hear from her. Where's general name again?
This is how the Honorable Fairval Williams destroyed the PNP.
Destroy the PNP? How which idiot this? Man, come off on my screen here, man. Yo, where we minister name again? Where we minister name again?
Our third commitment is that the EASE program will guarantee that every needy student from primary to secondary school receives one nutritious meal per day at school with a long-term.
This a man I may try to find, you know. Where you say feel bad, she name feel bad Williams. Them people are easy, they're right, but that still. What name again, man? Somebody can remind me of your general name. What name again? I don't know why I'm forgetting his name.
Our third commitment.
Why am I forgetting his name? Somebody tell me in the chat. Julian Robinson. Thank you. That is it. So Julian Robinson, that me need for right. Julian Robinson, the man. Sure. Julian Robinson. Why when press backspace the thing I go way up there so? TikTok nobody around with me now. Somebody must put up this already, don't? This man I really deal with social media. yo, this man I deal with social media, Rasta. Jesus, please. Yo, look like I'm going to Parliament and find that. YouTube. I'm going to Parliament for find it. JIS. Last live stream in a Parliament. See it here? Alright. Moving on. November 25th. What? Favor say something? Me rotted Favor talk. People Favor spoke. People Favor Williams spoke. At the very last of this thing. But I want to find Julian Robinson.
The soaring cover of I Can See Clear.
And finally, Manchester
has noted a clear growing demand for portable fuel stations. We don't have any ATMs currently. Money we have.
Sita.
From St. Andrews South Eastern. You have the floor.
Sita.
Minister.
Sita.
JPS has said that they estimate that the damage is 350 million.
I don't know what she said, but I'm going to find out.
150 million. Are you comfortable that the 150 million that the government is going to loan can provide the full restoration for all the parishes in the time frame that you have indicated? Right? By end of, hold on. Right? My second question, and I will ask you to ask your colleague who is sitting beside you. When will the Parliament get a statement from the Minister of Finance which outlines all the monies that we have gotten from the insurances, the monies that we are negotiating with our multilateral agencies, IMF, World Bank, IDB. We know that we have an estimate of US $8 billion. It is anticipated we can probably raise 1 billion US. Where is that shortfall going to come from? What are those funds going to be used for? We are 4 weeks after the hurricane, and the Minister of Finance is yet to come to the Parliament and tell us how much money we have, how the funds are going to be used. And every other minister can speak, can say many things, but if the Ministry of Finance cannot speak, right? So my question, Minister, do you believe 150 can cover the full restoration in the time?
Mighty God. Somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it. Here is Favor, ladies and gentlemen.
Whereas subsequent to the Act and may add any license duty to that schedule. And whereas
Jamaica Bauxite Mining Limited for the year ended March 31, 2020. And finally, the Ministry of People and Fund of
Bills brought from the Senate.
Reduction of License Duty Order 2025 Resolution. Whereas Section 18 of the Road Traffic Act, here referred to as the Act, provides that the Minister is responsibility for ordinance after consultation with the Minister may, by order, revoke, increase, reduce, or alter any license duty specified in the third schedule to the Act, and may add any license duty to that schedule. And whereas, on the 25th day of November 2025, the Minister with responsibility for finance, after consultation with the Minister, made the road traffic reduction of license duty order 2025 in order to reduce the license duty paid on motor vehicles temporarily imported into Jamaica, pursuant to Section 35 of the Customs Act and Regulations 28 of the Customs Regulation, for the purpose of recovery operations or restoration support in connection with the passage of Hurricane Melissa. And whereas subsection 2 of Section 18 of the Act provides that every order made under the section shall be subject to affirmative resolution. And whereas it is desirable that the road traffic reduction of license duty order 2025 be affirmed by resolution. Now therefore be it resolved by this Honourable House as follows. The resolution may be cited as the road traffic reduction of license duty order 2025 resolution. The road traffic reduction of license duty order 2025, which was laid on the table of the House on the 25th day of November 2025, is hereby affirmed. We'll skip.
And read of bill orders favor. Those are
this is overseen out there to reduce the duties on the license that they would have to pay so that they can get on with the business of reconstruction. And so, Mr. Speaker, I want to conclude the debate, and I now move that the motion, notice of which I gave earlier, be approved.
But she don't really come say nothing. Them still a hide her. She don't come talk about the substantive issue of these deals and this 150 million US. How would the blows and skirt are going in Jamaica? You don't see a poppy show business are going in Jamaica with the government. A poppy show business are going. Mighty God. People, me have to do one whole piece on the Cajun Navy official. I have to do a whole piece. I have to do an entire piece on the Cajun Navy official. The man name is official. What's up, Martha? The man name was on the news, mainstream CNN. Look at this.
And out front now, AJ Frazier, a Marine rescue swimmer who is helping the Cajun Navy in Jamaica. AJ, you just heard Matthew there, and he had flown through the storm. How dangerous do you expect it will be?
Well, I think it's important for everyone to know what's going on. I've been doing hurricane rescue since non-stop since Hurricane Harvey.
Where's that? If we get her, as in what? But I reached out to her, she never reached out to me back. Look at she busy.
The only one I miss is Michael. When it comes to the U.S. landfalls, I remember Hurricane Helene, and we were having issues with FEMA because they wouldn't let us use our helicopters and our airplanes to rescue people who were trapped in the mountains. The topography is very similar here. I just drove through all the Jamaica mountains. You look at your map, I went from the Montego Bay Airport down to Mandeville and then to Kingston. And those mountains, it's scary driving through there when it's dry. I mean, it's a bunch of cliffs, and they're going to be trapped. There's going to be a bunch of landslides. This is not going to be simply one of the most powerful storms to hit.
Yo, these dudes are so detailed that this man came to Jamaica and rode through all of the hilly terrain of the country to look at the potential damage that the storm will do. Man, I'm done, bro. I'm gonna end this live. I'm about to bust a blood vessel right now. I swear. Like, yeah, I'm gonna end this live, man. Yeah, I'm gonna end this live, yo. This is not healthy for me. No, sir. This is not good for me. I need to go, bro. I need to go. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I've been on here for 8 hours. Pissing me off for real, bro. What? You know how, like, these dudes are official. Where's a Thanksgiving dinner? Today a Thanksgiving in America? Well, for the people that celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Historically, what that means, and all of that, I'm not even going to get into it, but hey. Yeah, I don't celebrate any holidays, so yeah. But people, the man, this man came to Jamaica and traveled through all of the mountains, hills, curves of Jamaica to map out the country, you know, to see the potential damage that the water would do and the wind. And everything that the man mentioned about landslides and all of that, that's exactly what happened. Michelle, how are you doing, darling? That's exactly what happened. Hey, no man, yo, Craig, are they good enough? I don't know how to unhide the message. I don't know how to unhide the message. Yo, I did good here. Here, Craig. I did the baseman. Is a supporter. I'm good. Bright ideas, what's up? I'm not even cooking a thing today. Just resting. I give thanks to God every day. What else can we do? Elaine Walters, how are you? Michelle, I hope everything all right with you. Zion, love, thank you so much for the love. Bless up yourself. The few people I get love from on TikTok, God bless you. People that sent gifts, thank you so much. I don't even know if anybody sent any cash up or anything. I have to check that before me leave, you know, because I want to make sure, say, I show love to the people and I show love. You know what I mean there? Yeah. No, nobody not saying anything. All right. People, later. This government is... the lies and the, you know, enough of it. The lies and the deflecting, enough of it. I'm sick and tired. And the PR, I am so sick and tired. Man, them just continue to suffer the people, them, brother. With incompetence and just no care whatsoever. No care. But that's my time. See y'all later. TikTok, Juicy Lips. It just come. Pick up yourself here. Pick up yourself. That is true, Bright Ideas. That is true. How can we be in America and saying, oh, it's Thanksgiving and we're going to just have a grand time when the people them are suffering in Jamaica? The con man is a lying highway crook. Yo, yeah man, Addy good enough, Addy good, Craig. Yeah man, alright, mad. That's why I know say Addy not get kicked out of the place now. Addy running joke, but Addy support it. You know what I mean? Alright people, later. I have some video come out, you know. Yeah man, we have some video come out. Couple upload that come out. Two of them for rest at evening. One of them 7 o'clock and the next one 11. See? So look out for that. Come on, space them out. Oh, by the way, I have a video. I have 2 videos that I dropped. The last 3 videos. I don't know what you video them. What I deal with? Listen, guys, you need to check my uploads out, man. Biggerton. Me highlight Biggerton, the artist. The man that do great work. The man that do great work, bro. When I forget those videos out. Yeah, Michelle, that's how you go. Right? Michelle. We have Michelle Whittaker. Say blessings. Big up. Yeah, man. Someone come in late, but that's how you go. Watch your replay. Yeah, and then the situation with Vaz and the whole question and everything. Yo, wanna check out the videos them, man, and check out the perspective and drop in the comments, man. Not do me that, man. Not do me that. Support the thing, man. And make sure you hit the like button before you leave, alright? Peace. YouTube, go to YouTube. Michelle, go to YouTube. YouTube videos. Check out the YouTube videos. All right. Bless you guys. See y'all later, man. Appreciate y'all.